I love to speak to couples that are thinking about getting married. One of my favorite topics is the three of us. It's like putting God first and your spouse second. It's a common theme for me because I know firsthand it works. Yet if Nancy and I heard someone say to us before we were married to do that, I'm not sure we've had a clue what that meant or even how to do that. I think we would have liked the idea. We would have thought it had value, but I think we would have wondered what it really meant. So this is how I answered that question as I thought that through. God gives a couple a lot of flexibility in the roles we play in marriage. He doesn't seem to care who mows the lawn or cooks the dinner or cleans the toilet, but God does have an essential role for a husband and for a wife. For the husband, it's to be a leader. For the wife, he's given her so much ability to nurture and love and care. The nurturing seems to come so easy for most women. Leading for guys seems to be a different story because leading our spouse is usually not leading in our job. Being a leader in marriage is serving our spouse. Our example is Jesus. It's dying to self. It's putting her needs above yours. With God's help, fulfilling our central roles in marriage is putting Him first and our spouse second. A marriage reveals God's faithfulness. What would marriage be without faithfulness? I think we all know the answer to that question, but it goes deeper than sex. Being faithful to the covenant you made before God. This covenant included in sickness and health, in richer or poor, in better or worse, which are all important. That is putting God first and your spouse second. Then a marriage also reveals God's forgiveness. You can't have a marriage without forgiveness. You're going to screw up. And as hard as you try to be perfect as Christians, God has forgiven us. And He tells us we must forgive each other. So when we consistently do this, when we're putting Him first and our spouse second, we do that. Reading the Bible together is God's roadmap for our lives, and we learn and we grow through reading His Word. And when we do it together, amazing things seem to happen in a marriage. We're putting Him first, and He would have us put our spouse nowhere but second. Finally, pray together. We live in a world with divorce rates hanging around the 50% mark most of the time. Research shows that couples who regularly pray together have a divorce rate, get this, of less than 1%. That's amazing. Putting Him first, your spouse second, works. Being intentional this day after day is going to give you that awesome marriage that you've always wanted. Why not give it a try?